Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty and on today's video we're going to be in my room looking at my shelves and doing a little bit of an unhaul. So I have this box that is currently kind of full already. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through the books I've already unhauled, and then we're going to go through all of the books on my shelves and I'm going to pick out some more to put in here. These are all standard editions, there are no special editions of any kind going in, mostly because I've had enough of selling my special editions and the ones that I've got left I want to keep. So these are the ones that I've got out currently. We have Rift War, Honoured Enemy Legends of the Rift War by Raymond E. Feist and William Forstchen. This is, I discovered, book 2 or 3 in a series, and I honestly don't have any interest in book 1, so that goes. We then have Here There Are Monsters by Amanda Berube, and I still kind of want to give this one a go, but also I know it's not really my thing and I am struggling to read YA at the moment. So maybe I should do like a chapter of this and see if it might draw my attention. But yeah, this one just hasn't really been grabbing my attention very much. So yeah, it's time to let it fly off. Then we have The Shadow War by Lindsay Smith. This is an edition that I got in the Book Box Club a couple of years ago. And it is a historic kind of magical realism story set in World War II. We have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I don't think this is one that I annotated. No, it isn't. I really wanted to read this. I wanted to love this. I read it, didn't enjoy it very much. Sophia, Princess Among Beasts by James Patterson. This one again came with one of the boxes. It was a chocolate in a book that I used to get, and it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. Like, I would like to try James Patterson, but I don't know if it is one with Emily Raymond. But just no. Then we have Hideous Beauty by William Hussey. This was a proof, so it's a free arc. Geek Girl, which is a contemporary thing about a girl who becomes a model, but she's a geek. Full Disclosure by Cameron Garrett. This is about a teenager with HIV, and it starts, she has someone blackmail her that they will out her after she gets a boyfriend, and I didn't really enjoy it. I ended up DNFing. Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. This is one that I've owned, then unhauled, then owned again, and now I'm unhauling for the second time. And I think partly what intimidates me is when you open it and it's just got all of these clans. And I'm like, that's before you even start reading. You've got all of this to try and get your head around. And there's even more. And I've heard this one is very confusing. A lot of people don't like the sequel to it. And it just, again, YA fantasy, I'm just not interested. And I have lost complete interest in this now. Mark Edwards, The House Guest. 5 Little Liars by Amanda K. Morgan. And I also have... No, I don't. No, that's it. These are 2 sort of thrillers. This one's a YA, one's an adult, and they're like mystery thrillers about an involved murder and stuff like that, and just not really my genre. Don't really know why I picked it up. Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. It was really cute, really sweet. I loved it for what it was, but is it one that I'm really compelled to go back and reread? No, it's also Rainbow Rowell, who I'm slowly distancing away from. So... Firelight by Sophie Jordan. I just got this in a book bundle. I've never even considered looking it up. It just gives me very early 2000s vibes, and it is dragon stuff, which, as we know by now, I'm not really a fan of. Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I got this in a book box a couple of years ago, and then COVID happened, and this is kind of... I didn't really want to read about an island with a virus that was killing people when we were living in an island with a virus that was killing people, so it just got to the point, no thanks. We have They Both Die at the End. I picked this up because I've heard so many good things and I got it for a 50p. And loads of people are like saying how amazing it is. But after the reaction I had with Under the Whispering Door, and I've had a couple of books now that have dealt with death and grief and fiction that deals with that. And I remember reading Fault in Our Stars when I was like 17. And I've realised I don't actually want to read a book that's going to give me that kind of feeling. Why would I want to read a book that is going to make me cry? If it just happens anyway, that's fine. But I'm kind of trying to avoid books now that actually are, the whole purpose of them is to make you cry and is all about death and grief. I'm good. I also have a lot of anxiety around death, so no. Another one that came in a book box, I think this was another chocolate in a book. And the reason I cancelled that subscription is because they just kept sending books that I had no interest in. It was Super Fake Love Song by David Yoon. I only discovered after this arrived as well that this is technically a sequel. It's a companion novel, so technically can be read as a standalone, but it just has no appeal to me. And then what's currently finally in the box, we have the Cursebreaker series by Brigid Kemmerer. I love the covers of these. I think they're still some of the nicest books I've ever seen. I love the shiny holographic and I want to keep them for the aesthetics. But I gave book 1 3 stars, I gave book 2 3.5 stars, and I DNF'd book 3 because it just went in a direction I hate. Let's have a quick look. I've got some books on here that I know I bought on a bit of a whim. I have other books on here that I've just had for a very long time, and then there are other books where it's like I might have started reading them and now I'm like, I'm not going to read them. So I'm going to have a quick look. I'm going to pull off a few. I would like to try and reduce my TBR by about 10 books if I can. I don't think I'm going to find 10, but it would be nice. So I'm going to have a quick look and then I'll come back to you when I've found something. Okay, I have selected some books. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 7. But I'm going to take you through. So first one I've picked is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I started this last year. I got about 70 pages in. Just not interested, didn't enjoy the characters, and I just don't care. Twice in a Lifetime by Helga Jensen. The only reason I kind of wanted to hold on to this one is because I discovered there's about 8 or 9 books with the same title, and I considered trying to buy them all and read them all to do a comparison of, you know, all the different books that have the same title. But I really don't want to. And I picked this up in a charity shop, and I know this was just a one where it was 2 for £1, so I just picked up a book I didn't particularly want because I just thought it would be an interesting one. So yeah, no. Same with this one. Again, though, it was on buy 2 for £1 and I thought this was different, so I just grabbed the first thing. This turns out is a middle grade and it's like a mystery thing, and even when I read it, I just don't think I'm gonna pick it up anytime soon, so I might as well go. We then have The Boneless Mercies by Anna Genevieve Tuchok. And I'm noticing, again with all of these, a theme where this was £1 in the works and I grabbed it because I was desperate to just get a book. And I do love the cover and I love the colours, but really when I think about it, I don't know. Again, I might read a chapter of this to see if it catches my attention and see if it might change my mind. In fact, I think, haven't I got a couple that I've said that about? Then we have Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. I can't tell you what this book is about. I just know I got this in Fairy Loot, I think. It is a signed copy. I got it in Fairy Loot. And yeah, I don't know anything about it. It's never really drawn me. I do like the cover though, but I just don't think I'm ever going to get to it. However, I'm going to put it to one side for a second and I'll come back to it. Then we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This was one that I got on Vinted. Again, it fell into the trap of the more books I bought, the bigger a discount I got. So I was just adding books that I was even remotely intrigued by. And I think I've heard very mixed things about this series, and mostly it's not been great stuff that I've heard. So I am dubious about whether I'm even going to like this, so I just figure why start a series if I'm not going to actually enjoy it. Then we have the final one, which is Harley in the Sky by Akemi Dawn Bowman. And I have been majorly put off this one by Chloe from Chloe Reads Books. And I've seen a couple of reviews on Goodreads as well that haven't been great. And even though this sounds really amazing, and I bought it because of the circus vibes, and I always dreamt of running away with the circus when I was younger, I don't really want to read a story about a really whiny teenager who thinks she knows better than everybody and is an absolute little shit. So yeah, I've kind of been put off that. And I have actually read the first chapter of this one, and I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this. So unfortunately that one's also going. So yeah, those are all the books that I have decided to unhaul. However, what I've decided as I've been filming, I've got 4 books here that I've decided before they go into the DNF box, I'm gonna read at least the first chapter of, see if they catch my attention, and if I'm not enjoying them, they can go in the box. So we've got the bonus mercies, Here There Are Monsters, Sophia, Princess Among Beasts, and Beasts of Prey. I'm going to give each one of those a go of their first chapters. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog where I read through the first chapters and see if any of these books are actually salvageable. I don't know. But yeah, those are the books that I've chosen. They will be all uploaded, and I'm hoping to just clear as many of them off my shelves as possible, get them out the house. Yeah, let me know, are there any books that you've unhauled recently, and do you have any sort of like controversial books that you have unhauled? I feel there's a few in here that might have made people gasp. Anyway, I hope you're all good, I hope you're staying safe, and until the next one, bye!